Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Lifelong. I'm your host, Coach Molly from Three Pines Leadership. Make sure you subscribe if you are watching this on our YouTube channel, and that way you'll get notified of not only when we release new Lifelong episodes, but when we release a whole bunch of other stuff. We've got focus music that comes out, we have conversations, we have interviews, we have all different stuff that comes out, so make sure you subscribe. But you can also subscribe and follow us on our variety of different social platforms on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that kind of fun stuff. So connect with us. It'll be fun. Today I want to talk to you about gratitude and gratefulness. Yeah, I know. I run a course called The Grateful Life, and I kind of want to give you a condensed version of it right now because I think it's important information to have. So this is, let's talk about gratitude, let's talk about the grateful life, and let's talk about how we can start living with joy and thankfulness in our lives. So, the grateful soul is how I like to think of it. That's the concept I want you to envision. Whatever you think of a soul being, I want you to think about how it can be filled with gratitude and gratefulness and how that can guide you. So, even when you're upset, even when you're faced with a challenge, you come back to those core values of gratitude. What's the difference between someone who's full of joy and has a zest for life and always seems to have a smile on their face and someone who's grumpy and grouchy and a drain to be around? Well, the primary factor is gratefulness. Gratefulness has the power to change any situation. More precisely, gratitude has the power to change the way that we experience any situation. Being grateful may not change your circumstances, but it does change you. And it makes all the difference, my friends. Gratitude has the power to change the very way we experience life. It can neutralize negative emotions and enable us to learn incredibly valuable lessons, even in the midst of challenging situations and circumstances. With gratefulness comes great power, and the more you cultivate gratefulness, the more power you'll experience in your life. If you implement what you learn here, you'll be overflowing with thankfulness and joy every day. So, what is gratefulness? Well, first and foremost, gratitude is a way of living. It's a state of being in which you open yourself up to receive good things. It's a posture of openness, receptiveness, and willingness to receive things that are good. Gratitude is not a one-time event where you simply say thank you. It's an entire way of being in which you joyfully receive good things and give thanks for those good things. It's a habit. It's a perpetual way of life. It's almost like breathing. You take in something good and you breathe out gratitude. Additionally, gratitude encompasses all things. Everything in life happens for a reason, and in each circumstance, there are valuable things for us to learn. These valuable things help us advance in life, primarily in character. Gratitude comes from the recognition that you've received something good. In other words, you didn't create this thing by yourself. Rather, it came from outside of you, like from a friend, from a universe, from a complete stranger, maybe. Gratitude is distinctly different than earning something. And when we work hard to create something, we can say that we earned it. Well, gratitude, on the other hand, comes from when we receive something that we haven't earned. Gratitude connects you to something larger than yourself. This is one of the great powers of gratitude. It takes us outside of ourselves and connects us to other people, to nature, and to even a higher power. Gratitude is an affirmation of goodness. So in other words, it's recognizing that not only have we received something freely, but that what we've received is also really good. And as a result, we're grateful. Gratefulness enables us to see just how many good things we have in our lives. On the flip side, when we're not regularly grateful, we become discontent and unhappy with the way that things are going around us. The opposite of gratefulness, on the other hand, would be things like complaining, discontentment, envy, anger, frustration, thanklessness, and generally being unhappy. But the good news, I always bring you good news, is that you can't simultaneously be both in a state of gratefulness and be in any of those negative states I just mentioned. You could say that gratefulness is exclusive. It expands and it doesn't leave room for anything else. In my course, you'll also learn about the power of gratitude, because gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. When you tap into the power of gratitude, incredible things begin to happen, things you never would have expected. Gratitude attracts good things into your life. The law of attraction says that you attract more of what you focus on. When you're grateful, you are intentionally, purposefully, and powerfully focused on good things. You're focused on how thankful you are for the good things that have already come into your life. And because you attract more of what you focus on, gratefulness results in you attracting more good things into your life. Being grateful puts you in a particular state of being in which you attract more of the very things that you're grateful for. On the other hand, if you're consistently speaking negatively, complaining, being envious of others, moaning about all of the things that you don't have, you'll begin to attract more of that into your life. Gratitude leads to greater happiness. Numerous studies have shown that being grateful makes you happier overall. In fact, one study showed that being consistently grateful had the same impact on happiness as doubling your overall income. And really, that shouldn't surprise us. When we're grateful, we're focused on all of the good things that are happening in our lives. We're focused on the positive things, and we're not wasting our energy griping about the negative. See, gratefulness produces what I like to call the loop of happiness. We're grateful, we feel happy, so we're more grateful, so we feel happier. Gratefulness deepens our relationships. When you thank others, they'll want to spend more time with you. After all, when someone thanks us, it makes us feel good and it makes us feel like we've helped someone out. So when we are showing our gratitude, when we're showing how thankful we are, we're actually increasing our influence and attracting people to us. Thankfulness is an exchange of positive energy between two people. Would you rather be around someone who's consistently putting out the positive energy of gratefulness, or would you rather be around someone who's consistently stewing in how unhappy they are? Simple question. When we're grateful to others, it attracts them to us. They want to be around us and they want to develop friendships with us. Gratefulness is magnetic. Gratefulness also strengthens your health. Gratitude is not just a state of mind. It has real, direct, positive effects on your body as well. Specifically, being grateful makes you healthier in a number of ways, including you will have fewer physical symptoms, more time exercising, less overall pain, more sleep, better sleep, and a greater likelihood of going to the doctor, and much more. When we're grateful, we're actively putting out positive energy into the universe. And one of the ways that positive energy returns to us is in the form of better health. On the flip side, when we're consistently putting out negative energy through ungratefulness, we risk having more health problems. Gratefulness results in greater optimism. When you're grateful, you're consistently focused on the blessings that are coming into your life. You're preoccupied with all of the good you have rather than the things that you don't have. What you focus on expands. And as you focus on being grateful for all that you have in your life, your sense of well-being also grows. You begin to develop a sense that good things are always coming your way and that you really do start attracting these good things. Gratefulness strengthens your mental health as well. Gratitude has been shown to have a number of very specific mental health benefits, including reducing toxic emotions like envy and regret, and in some ways can help lift us out of those dark clouds. And it's also been shown to help us reduce stress. And who can't benefit from a reduction in stress? When we're grateful, we don't have as much room for those toxic emotions. You could say that gratefulness detoxes us from things like jealousy and regret and anger. Gratefulness changes your personality for the better. There are significant amounts of evidence that gratefulness can significantly improve your personality. And here are just some of the ways that your personality will change. You'll become more optimistic. You'll be less focused on material things. You'll be more spiritually connected, less self-centered, and have greater self-esteem. You'll be more emotionally resilient. You'll feel better on a consistent basis. You'll deal with fewer toxic emotions, and in overall, you will be more relaxed. Gratefulness leads to less materialism. It's not necessarily wrong to want more, but if you're consistently focused on what you don't have, you'll end up consistently feeling unhappy, ungrateful, and discontent. When you're ungrateful, you lose much of your ability to enjoy life and you feel more negative emotions. On the flip side, when you're grateful, you feel a sense of deep well-being. You're content with what you have and you don't constantly compare yourself to others. And you're more inclined to be generous. The more grateful you are, the more likely you are to work harder and produce more things in your life because you're already optimistic about what your efforts will produce. Gratefulness increases your spirituality because being grateful connects you to something bigger and greater than you. What matters is when you're grateful, you're saying thank you to something that's bigger than you. When you're more spiritual, you raise your overall energy levels so that you'll receive even more good things from the universe, which in turn gives you even more reasons to be grateful. Let's talk about how you actually start to cultivate gratefulness in your life. So first things first, here are these practices that I want you to start incorporating into your life, even in the tiniest of ways. So first is to keep a gratitude journal. Keeping a gratitude journal is a simple practice with profound effects. By regularly writing down the things that you are grateful for, you keep yourself in a highly grateful state. So try to write down at least 3 things that you're grateful for every single day. You could do this first thing in the morning, on your lunch break, somewhere in the middle of the day before you go to bed, any time during the day. When you're writing down in your journal, stop overcomplicating it. Just really write down anything and everything that you're grateful for. The goal of your gratitude journal is to develop a habit of noticing things in your life to be grateful for. You want to consistently notice these good things in your life, even if they seem relatively small and insignificant. Just as you would go to the gym and work on your muscles on a regular basis in order to see growth, you need to practice the muscle of gratitude as well. And you do this through the practice of gratitude journals. And eventually you'll start to look at the world and see so many things to be grateful for. The second thing I want you to try and incorporate into your life is reciting gratitude affirmations. Gratitude affirmations work in 2 ways. First, you affirm that you are grateful for things that you have already received. So they help you count your blessings so that you're not ungrateful or discontent, and you start to see those things you're grateful for. And the second thing that they do is that they affirm that you're grateful for things that you are about to receive. By being grateful in advance, you allow yourself to receive things with open hands as you maintain a high state of gratitude. It helps you appreciate the work that you put in and for the things that are coming their way. The third thing I want you to do, I know I'm Canadian, but I want you to consistently say thank you. We tend to think about gratitude only when we receive big blessings. But if we want to really cultivate gratefulness in our lives, we must get in the habit of consistently saying thank you. So anytime you receive anything good, no matter how small, make a concerted effort to say thank you to someone. This, I promise, will help you become more consistently grateful. The fourth thing I want you to do is to always find reasons to be grateful. Practice that muscle of gratitude. In even the most challenging situations, you can almost always find something to be grateful for. This doesn't mean that you paper over the situation and act like it isn't hard. It simply means that you always look for the good in every situation. Whenever you find yourself confronting a challenge, ask yourself the following questions. What valuable lessons can I learn from this situation? What good thing can come out of this challenge? How can this difficulty actually make me a better person? And in 5 years, how will I look back at this situation? Once you've identified something good, be thankful for it. Give thanks that it's making you better, stronger, more compassionate, more thoughtful, or a more resilient person. The 5th practice I want you to start to develop and cultivate in your life is to develop an abundance mindset. An abundance mindset believes that we live in an abundant universe and that there's always more than enough to go around for everyone. On the other hand, a scarcity mindset believes that there's not enough to go around. The more you develop an abundance mindset, the more you'll be able to cultivate gratitude. You don't have to worry about not having enough. You don't have a fear of things running out. You simply receive all that the universe wants to give you with gratefulness. The 6th practice is to live in the moment. I know you've heard it before, but living in the moment means being aware of every moment, every day, and expressing gratitude for everything that comes your way. Remember that in each moment, everything is exactly as it should be, and express gratitude during that moment. Don't think about what you would rather be doing or where you would rather be or who you would rather be with. Rather, fill each moment with gratitude. Live in that moment and savor it. The 7th practice I want you to start to develop is to regularly write thank you notes. In addition to consistently saying thank you for everything you receive, get in the habit of writing thank you notes, sharing that gratitude. Gratitude is not nearly as powerful if you just keep it to yourself. In addition to when you receive gifts, try and write thank you notes to people who have inspired you, to those who have taught you things, to friends who have helped you through tough times, and to friends and close loved ones who you simply love. If you're interested in checking out the Grateful Life course, you can do so in the links in the description box and in the show notes down below. You can also get in touch with me on all of our different social platforms, and I can get you in the right direction to registering for the course. All right, everyone. Thank you so much, so much for joining me for this episode of the Lifelong Podcast. Thank you again to everyone who checked out the Mindset and Impact Virtual Summit. You can check them out as well at www.leadershipmade.com. Until next time, my friends, remember, I love you and be excellent to each other.